I cannot stand them Hebrew-like bastards. I can't. They all dirty. They all dusty. They all it's just a waste of space. And it's the fact that they sit there on them corners with a microphone preaching about nothing. Then they be so entitled and obligated to something, but they don't never be that entitled and obligated to a barbershop. They all look dusty. They look like they ain't had a haircut since the day they got released from jail. You cannot tell me that I'm not lying. You cannot tell me that I'm not lying. I want you right now to just look up Hebrewites. When they be at their rallies and stuff like that, them men look like they ain't never owned a 3-piece suit a day in their life. Does they look like the closest thing they ever got to a suit was seeing they pawpaw in a casket? And I don't care. And I dare you. I swear for God on y'all mama, I dare a dusty ass Hebrew come up under my post. We gonna go toe for toe. I promise you that. And I don't let me catch you slipping at the West End too. I bet you I'm gonna get some eggs off my motherfucking whip cord and let it do what it do. I'm sorry, I just had to come on here and vent and share my frustration because I cannot be the only one walking this earth that cannot stand them purple shirt punk bastards. This is what we've been prophesying about for years. This is what we've been prophesying about for years. This is what we've been prophesying about for years.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rucha HaKodash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Honors as well to the other elders and brethren, you fellow believers of the truth. Shalom to you, for your sisters. Shalom to the elect. Yeah, I want to touch on this video here. I'm not too sure if this is an Israelite camp. It almost sounds like Bishop Manatazad. I know his voice. One of the elder bishops. I could be wrong. Maybe somebody sounds similar to him. But when he said, this is what we've been prophesying about for years, I don't hear any other Israelite groups talking like that, except GMS. And we know the Christian church ain't doing that. So apparently this woman is listening possibly to GMS, but she talks about IUIC, so we got that flavor, So, at the end of the day, she said they're all dusty. I don't even really see them dusty. I don't know where you get that from. I don't like IUIC's teachings. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with their long hair, their lineups, but I don't see them dusty. She just made that up. And what she considers dusty is ancient attire, right? Her dress code is watching a man with an obelisk around his neck, right? A necktie, a noose, and, some skinny suit pants, right? Now, for brothers who got to work and they might have to wear the suit, man, that's what it is. But coming back to our ancient heritage, our ancient culture, these women aren't going to get it until more food stamps dry up, housing dry up, and I don't get how she calls them dusty, and she's got this thing on her head, and I don't know. Repay not evil for evil. I'm not going to say anything about Big Shirley or whoever you want to call her. Aunt your mama. I don't know. I'm not going to go deep into that and try to ridicule her and make fun of her, although she tries to dog us. So anyway, Matthew 10:22. And ye shall be hated of all men and women for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. Now, I'd imagine why these two go together. He that endureth to the end shall be saved. I'd imagine that goes together because when you hate it, right, you got to put on the armor of the Lord and gird up your loins like a man. Some people aren't built for that, so they can't endure to the end. But it's weird to me how this woman didn't even look presentable. At least we could say she had a head covering. Well, all right. We'll give a strike for that. It's not a legitimate head covering, but she's not telling the truth. Now, she cannot like IUIC if that's what she wants, but they tend to lump all of us in together either way. And I'd imagine she's from the 2819 church. I don't agree with marching down there. I really don't. That's my opinion. I think it's enough information, enough truth. It's enough men on the corners, even us, that people can come up and get information. And if they don't like it, they don't like it. I don't see the going and trying to work like the Lord instead of letting the Lord work. Apollos give the increase. Apollos watered, but Yahweh gave the increase. God gives the increase. It seems like some of these groups feel like they have to give the increase. Yes, we must work, but not to those extents, marching in front of the church. Just my opinion. I think it's tacky, I just think it, if anything, it shows more of a weakness to me, right? And what I mean by that is Christians will see that and they'll automatically look at it as they're desperate to try to reach the people in his church, so we must have the truth. Now, it's the Lord's show. The Lord, man's goings of the Lord, he the one directs his steps. Maybe some of them will come up out of there. Maybe through this, the Lord had a plan, Well, the Lord always has a plan, at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So it's the Lord's show. Anyway, James 4:4. You adulterous people, do you not know that the friendship with the world is enmity with God? So those suits, the Christian way, love all, be happy, that's an enmity with the Heavenly Father. Yes, live peaceably amongst all men. But the Lord never meant everybody to get along, number one, or it would have been happened. And he never meant us all to get along. And it's always meant to be a separate nation from other nations. We were meant to be separate. This is why the book of Leviticus says what it says. And they say you're a racist, you're a hate group. I don't know why the Bloods and Crips ain't on the ADL. That's just my opinion. Why are they on there? Why isn't genocide considered a hate group? Right? Genealogy, genocide. Maybe that's what they want. I mean, these same people that promote this stuff, or let me say, give us those bad names of being against the people in the land. These same people are running these industries and ghost industries under other people. Now they're using other heathen nations to say it's not them, right? But, we know what it is. Leviticus 20:26. It says, and ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine. So we can see clearly this is racism. This is what the Lord wants. He wants racism, right? Everybody claim he doesn't, but he does. Now, ultimately, when the whole world is at rest, it will always still be racism. Not racism in the so-called bad way. There will be a top race on the earth. Our Lord sprang out of Judah. Yeah. Anyway, you adulterous people, do you not know that the friendship of this world is enmity with God? Therefore, whosoever wishes to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. Right? So, yeah. Apparently, they want us in nice suits, groomed hair, Roman Catholic doctrine, right? The follower of the heathens. This is what they want. My question is, why couldn't she do this with the Klan? Why wouldn't she have that much energy towards the Protestant Christians, right? I don't think, you'll never see these black women get up here and do those kind of videos, at least not on the whole. Might be a few. but she just can't stand Hebrew Israelites. So they've sided with other nations against us. That's crazy. No other nation, right? Well, they fight against one another, but when you look at other nations, and let me say that nations in itself, they had to try to have some form of connection with themselves and belief and and intrigued by their heritage. We know a whole lot of black people ain't willing to be joining Buddhism. I'm sure there is. You know what I'm saying? When you really get down to it, when you go to the root core of people's nationality and their heritage, nobody wants us to be a part of that. This is why you see a whole bunch of so-called Negro Muslims, right? Assalamu alaikum, with the Quran. Some of them worship, I forgot his name. The big-headed Yaqub, which is supposed to come from Yaqub, right? The big-headed, what they call him, geneticist, right? But when you really look at it, do you really see us as Negro Muslims hanging with the real Muslims? You never see it. You only see us hanging together. We dye our hair red. Wear long stuff. You know what they're saying? Oh, you could be Muslim, but you still got to come under us. Just like you see those people in that land. When you see the black rabbis, I'll say that. When you see them and you see how they dress and how they have to convert, if you got to convert and you already believe this is who you are, what the hell are you converting to? Right? That's the question. You know what you're converting to? Isaiah 49. You're going to lick up the dust of their feet and you want to be under them. Just all Christians. All Christians claim that those people are the people of God. Right? And if you're claiming God is equal, not partial, and he doesn't, no respect of persons, why are you claiming somebody else is the people of God? I thought everybody would be the people of God. This is the phoniness and hypocrisy. It's just that we out front telling you this. They're liars. Everybody else is liars. All these nations got their religions that you can join, but your ass will be up under them. Zechariah 3:1. And he shewed me Joshua the high priest standing before the angel of the Lord, and Satan standing at his right hand to resist him. And the Lord said unto Satan, the Lord rebuke thee, O Satan, even the Lord that have chosen Jerusalem be rebuked thee. Is not this a brand plucked out of the fire? Now Joshua, we don't see anything where Satan like, the hell with you, Lord. I'm going to shoot some lightning bolts and kick your ass too. Right? That's all Christianity. The Lord controls Satan. Oh, Christians, I think, are trying to say that now. But anyway, it says, now Joshua was clothed with filthy garments and stood before the angel. And he answered and spake unto those that stood before him, saying, take away the filthy garments from him. And unto him he said, behold, I have caused thine iniquity, which means lawlessness, to pass from thee, and I will clothe thee with and change raiment. This is going to perfection, making complete. So when you look at these examples, when you look at those suits and you look at those different types of attires and you look at what we used to wear and now we look what we wearing, it says, put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, right? It didn't say put on a 3-piece suit, right? It says that, put on thy beautiful garments, awake, awake, put on thy beautiful garments. Let me get that real quick. I can't just quote it. I want you to see it. Awake, awake, O Jerusalem. Where does it say it at? I think it's 51:9. It says, awake, awake, O strength, put on thy strength, which is, that's really when you look at, they say the garments is really the strength. O arm of the Lord, awake as in the ancient days, as in the generation of old, art thou not that have cut Rahab, right, and wounded the dragon? So, yeah, so really our strength is the spirit. This is what the put on the garments is. Now, when you look at us, a lot of us got nice garments. A lot of us hair looks nice. A lot of us don't walk around looking dirty. I don't get where they get that from. You know what I'm saying? Because there is a lot of Christians that walk around look dirty themselves. So I don't get where to get that from. I thought the Christian church says come as you are. So you could be homeless, dirty, pissy, crappy. And it doesn't matter. Come on in. Weed, crack. You know, you could put your crack pipe down right outside and when you could pick it back up when you go back out. Well, maybe they'll let you have the crack pipe in the church. I don't think they care. As long as you got dollars to put in that collection plate. So these people are literally judging us by what we wear. But the Christian church says, come as you are, meaning wear what you want. I mean, sisters or women wearing those short little dresses, legs showing, pastor creeping and peeking. I mean, come on. It's all kinds of sickness going on in that church. Philip Anthony Mitchell is an actor. This woman's a Philip Anthony Mitchell follower. That man is an actor. I don't know if he can get the Golden Globe Award. He's not up there with Denzel or Tom Cruise, but yeah, he's a pretty good actor. When he was sitting up there on his knees and act like he was crying, you could see him peek out of his fingers and look around. And see like he was looking around, and then he started tapping his hand. You people just want entertainment. You want a good show. That's all it is. Anyway, let's go back here. And it says, and I said, let them set a fair mitri, Salakia, upon his head. So they set a fair mitri upon his head. So you're making fun of the men of ancient times and what they wore? Yeah. I wonder what the Messiah would have said if he seen some jakes coming in there to put money in the treasury or walk through and they had 3-piece suits on. You know, he would have told him convert, because we know that is not of our nationality or our heritage. Right? Again, nothing wrong with a suit if you want to wear a suit for a function or you got something to do. You got a job. There's nothing wrong with that. But come on, man. You're going to dog the fact that coming into our heritage, we wear what we wear, but those damn blacks, scabby Africans, ashy Africans with yellow toenails and sandals, they can wear all that stuff that they wear. The Hare Krishnas and everybody gets to wear their attire and their garments and their wear. And this black woman would never make fun of them. Never. Right? The Buddhists, they could wear what they had. They could be bald-headed, 400 pounds, with some sandals on, you know, big and wide, sitting down with some sumo garments on and underwear. And this woman wouldn't say a damn thing. So can we say hatred for our own people? Does this woman really hate herself? And this makes sense why they go to Moabites, so-called Asian Chinese, whatever you want to call them, and buy their hair. She hasn't even gotten her hair done. Any man who wants to mess with this woman, good luck to you. I'm not going to say be blessed, but good luck. Anyway, an angel of the Lord protested unto Joshua, right? Thus saith the Lord of hosts, if thou wilt walk in my ways, and thou wilt keep my charge, then ye shall also judge my house, and shall also keep my courts, and I will give thee places to walk among these that stand by. So this is all we're doing. We're coming back and we're waking up and saying, well, wait a minute. We got to walk in the Lord's ways. We can't walk in everybody else's ways. It hasn't worked. But this woman will never make fun of those people in the Holy Land that throw on their garments. And they wear their garments in the tzitzis or the things on the side. And some of them wear tefillins and in the keeper or whatever they have on their head. She would never say nothing to them. Yeah, this is the hatred. And it's because this is why when you look at this EBT crisis, why the so-called black woman is getting what she gets. You were spoiled. You were beguiled by the serpent, right? You took all this money and you pushed off the man. And now Esau is coming to snatch everything back from you. And good luck trying to find jobs because AI is taking that. Right? You see what I'm saying? You see the hypocrisy with black people, so-called black people. You got Edomites who are not like other Edomites and will never go to this extent to degrade them. But our people will do it. Maybe because nobody wants her. I don't know. Any Hebrew Israelite that want her, you're going to have more than trouble in the flesh. You're going to have grievousness in the flesh. That's all I have on that. Shalom.